Life is full of surprises, and while it's great to hold on to the hope and optimism, it's also wise to have a backup plan in case things don't go as expected. It's not about being pessimistic, it's about being prepared. Hoping for the best keeps you motivated and positive, but planning for the worst ensures you're ready to handle challenges without feeling blindsided. Think of it as packing an umbrella on a sunny day. Not because you expect rain, but because you're ready for it, if it comes. This balance of hope and preparation gives you the confidence to move forward, knowing you're covered no matter what. I'm talking specifically about finances, and when it comes to finances, the idea of hoping for the best but planning for the worst really hits home. Life can be unpredictable. Jobs change, unexpected expenses pop up, and emergencies can happen. And that's why it's crucial to build a safety net for yourself. I learned this firsthand when I started building up my emergency fund. At first, it felt slow and even a little hard, but I started small, cutting back on unnecessary expenses and setting aside even tiny amounts consistently. Over time, it added up. This fund has become my cushion, giving me peace of mind that I could handle an unexpected car repair or a sudden medical bill without panicking. Saving more isn't about deprivation, it's about creating freedom for yourself in the long run. And trust me, knowing you're financially prepared for the unexpected is one of the best feelings in the world. By balancing hope and preparedness, you create a solid foundation that allows you to focus on your goals and dreams without a constant worry of what if. Start small, stay consistent, and remember it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every step you take brings you closer to financial security and freedom to live life on your own terms. Gratitude is a simple yet life changing practice that helps you see the good that's already in your life. By focusing on what you have instead of what you don't, it shifts your perspective and makes even the smallest moments feel meaningful. It's not really about grand gestures, it's just the little things. A warm meal, a kind text from a friend, or the calm of a quiet evening. In our house, we started this simple but beautiful ritual called Positivity Jar. Anytime something good happens, whether it's a small happy moment, or a good gesture, or just something that made our day a little brighter, we write it down on a little note and drop it into the jar. On days when things feel a little heavy or overwhelming, we pull out one of those notes and read it, and it's like an instant mood booster. It reminds us of the good things we have experienced, no matter how small, and helps us shift our focus back to the positives. Over time, it's become this treasure chest of joy, a way to make sure we don't forget life's simple happy moments. If you're watching this, I highly recommend giving it a try. It's such an easy way to bring more gratitude and happiness into your daily life. Practicing gratitude doesn't just improve your connection with others, it also deepens your relationship with yourself, helping you appreciate who you are and how far you have come. Over time, it builds resilience, brings a sense of peace even on the toughest days, and gratitude reminds us that we don't need more to feel fulfilled. We just need to notice what's already here. used to think reading wasn't for me. Growing up, it wasn't something I paid much attention to, and honestly, I believed it would be boring. It always seemed like one of those hobbies people pretended to enjoy, but in reality, it just took too much time. That mindset stuck with me for years until a friend changed everything. She handed me a small, simple book and said, "Start with this. You might like it." I wasn't convinced, but I decided to give it a try. At first, it felt strange. Reading wasn't something I was used to, and I wasn't sure I'd finish the book. That first book led to another, and then another, and before I knew it, I was hooked. What surprised me the most wasn't just how entertaining reading could be, it was how much it could teach me. Books have this unique ability to take complex ideas and present them in a way that stick with you. Each book I picked up had something valuable to offer, and the lessons I have learned have genuinely shaped the way I approach life. Today, I want to share 4 books that had a big impact on me. Each one taught me a lesson that changed the way I think, and my hope is that these lessons might inspire you too. Let's start with Die with Zero. This book completely changed how I view time, money, and experiences. The big takeaway of this book is stop living for someday. We are so conditioned to save everything, our energy, money, even our dreams for the future. But this book made me realize the importance of living now. It's about creating meaningful experiences while you can fully enjoy them instead of putting everything off for later. Next is Atomic Habits. This book is a goldmine of practical advice. What stood out to me was the power of small and consistent actions. It's not about making drastic, overwhelming changes. It's about the little habits you build every day. For example, I used to think I didn't have time to read, but this book taught me that even reading 1 page a day can make a difference. Over time, those tiny actions add up in big ways. Then there is Psychology of Money. This one was a great find. It helped me see that managing money isn't just about numbers, it's deeply personal. The book emphasizes the importance of aligning your financial choices with what matters most to you instead of comparing yourself to others. It's a reminder to focus on building a financial life that feels right for you, not someone else. Finally, there is The 4-Hour Workweek. This book challenged everything I thought I knew about productivity. It's not about staying busy for the sake of being busy. Instead, it's about designing a life that gives you the time and freedom to focus on what truly brings you joy. Automating tasks and letting go of unnecessary work were ideas that really stood out to me. Each of these books has left a lasting impression on me, and they have not only taught me valuable lessons but also helped me simplify my life and focus on what truly matters. Looking back, I'm so grateful my friend introduced me to reading. It started as something small and unexpected, but it's grown into a habit that has completely transformed my perspective. If there's one thing I'd say to someone who doesn't think they are a reader, it's this: start small. Pick up a short book or even just commit to reading a single page a day. You don't have to love it right away, and that's okay. But give it a chance, because the lessons you learn and the perspectives you gain could change your life in ways you never expected. Reading has a way of planting seeds in your mind, ideas, habits, and insights that can grow into something meaningful. So, if you're looking for a way to grow, learn, or just see the world differently, start with a book. You never know where it might take you. In today's fast paced world, it feels like everything is happening all at once: work, commitments, chores, endless to do lists, and there's so much to juggle. And no matter how hard you try, it never seems like enough. For the longest time, I thought the problem was the workload itself. I thought if I managed my time better, pushed myself harder, or checked off more tasks, I'd finally feel on top of things. But the real problem wasn't the to do list or the commitments or the work. The real problem was time, or rather, not having enough of it. When there's not enough time, everything feels unfinished. Even when you're doing your best, it's easy to feel like you're falling short. That constant feeling of slacking off, of being unable to catch up, weighed me down every single day. Now, I realized that no matter how organized I tried to be, I couldn't create more hours in one day. What I needed wasn't better time management. I needed more time itself. And that's when I decided to switch from a 5-day work week to a 4-day work week. It wasn't an easy decision. I had to manage a lot of things before I got there and figure out how to make it work. But once I made that leap, everything changed. That one extra day off gave me space to breathe. Suddenly, I had the time to focus on things that had been pushed aside for years. I could plan meals, work on my YouTube channel, and even prioritize my well-being without feeling rushed or guilty. For the first time in years, I felt like I was in control. And I wasn't just reacting to life, I was steering it. My days feel a little lighter, my thoughts are clearer, and I finally have room to focus on what truly matters. This switch to a 4-day work week didn't just simplify my schedule, it simplified my life. With more time, I can now make thoughtful decisions instead of rushing through everything. I can approach my week with intention instead of feeling overwhelmed. Looking back, this was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Reclaiming my time allowed me to reclaim my peace of mind, and that peace made all the difference. I've shared the full story of how I went from 5-day work weeks to 4 days in another video. It's where I break down exactly what I did and how you can do it too. Sometimes the solution isn't about doing more. It's about creating space to do less, but do it better. When you have the time to think, breathe, and reflect, life becomes clearer, simpler, and much more fulfilling. If you're feeling like life is spiraling out of control, ask yourself, where can you claim your time? Whether it's switching to a 4-day work week, or going part-time, or setting firm boundaries, simplifying your schedule isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity.